It's 2026. You've built the perfect backend. Your Node, Go, or Python API is clean, your database is indexed, and your code is pure art. You deploy it. It gets hit with real-world traffic, and boom, crash. 502 bad gateway. Suddenly your app is choking, not because your code is bad, but because your application server wasn't built to handle thousands of simultaneous connections, SSL termination, and static files all at once. Enter Nginx. If you want to move from a junior coder who just writes AP is to a senior engineer who builds bulletproof production systems, Nginx isn't optional anymore, it's essential. Let's break down exactly what it is, what it does, and why it's your ultimate career cheat code this year. First things first. What is Nginx? At its core, Nginx is a high-performance, open-source web server, reverse proxy, load balancer, and HTTP cache. But here's the secret sauce. Traditional web servers use a thread-per-connection model. If 10,000 people show up, the server tries to spawn 10,000 threads. Your CPU melts. Nginx doesn't do that. It uses an asynchronous, event-driven architecture. Think of it like a world-class bartender. Instead of one waiter per table standing around waiting for you to decide what to drink, Nginx is one incredibly fast bartender taking orders from everyone at lightning speed, passing those orders to the kitchen, and moving instantly to the next person. Because of this, Nginx can handle hundreds of thousands of concurrent connections while using barely any memory. That's why it powers over a third of the busiest websites on Earth. So what does it actually do for your backend? Think of it as the ultimate security guard and traffic cop sitting right in front of your application. Here are its three superpowers. 1. The reverse proxy. You never want to expose your raw application server, like a Node.js or Django instance, directly to the chaotic public internet. It's a massive security risk. Nginx sits in front, accepts the public requests, and safely passes them to your backend. 2. Load balancing. What happens when your app gets popular? One server isn't enough. Nginx can sit in front of 3, 5, or 10 instances of your backend and distribute incoming traffic evenly. If one of your backend servers crashes, Nginx silently routes traffic to the healthy ones. Your users never notice a thing. 3. SSL termination and static files. Encrypting and decrypting HTTPS traffic is heavy work for a CPU. If your backend code has to handle SSL handshakes and serve static images or CSS files, it slows down dramatically. Nginx handles SSL encryption at the gateway and serves static files instantly from memory, freeing up your backend to do what it does best: execute business logic. All right, so it's powerful. But why should you, the backend developer, care about learning it in 2026? Why not just let a DevOps engineer handle it? 2 words: architectural literacy. In 2026, the line between writing code and deploying code has completely blurred. With microservices, Docker containers, and cloud-native apps dominating the industry, knowing how traffic flows through your system is what separates a mid-level dev from a tech lead. If you only know how to write an express or fast API route, you're missing half the picture. When you understand Nginx, you understand how to debug production bottlenecks. You know how to configure rate limiting to stop DDoS attacks. You know how to set up caching so your database doesn't explode. When you add Nginx configuration and reverse proxying to your resume, you aren't just a coder anymore. You're a system architect. And trust me, that is where the salary jump happens. The best part? Learning the basics of Nginx takes less than a weekend. The configuration file syntax is incredibly human-readable. Spin up a Docker container tonight, configure a basic reverse proxy to route traffic to a local app, and boom, you've officially leveled up. If you want a step-by-step tutorial on how to configure Nginx for your specific backend framework, drop a comment down below letting me know what language you're using. Smash that like button if this cleared things up for you. Subscribe for more backend engineering deep dives, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding.